Greetings to our Talk of the Town. I'm broadcasting today from Town Hall on what is another snowy day. I apologize for my recent absence. I think we've missed two tapings, caused in large part because I spent 2 weeks basically in quarantine. I had come into contact with twice, 2 different occasions, with people that tested positive right after that contact. The good news is I don't have COVID. Both series of tests, the 4 tests altogether, came back negative for each test. So I'm back here in Town Hall and doing what we do on a regular day, is servicing each and every one of you. I also want to apologize for any inconveniences caused by when we decided to close down Town Hall to open public access. Again, we had actually several COVID cases, and we needed to take immediate action to prevent the spread here, to clean, but also because of the more virulent strains that are circulating, we wanted to provide for the health and safety of our residents, particularly our seniors who visit here quite often. I'm hoping that we'll be able to reopen soon. I'll be revisiting this issue with our board in 2 weeks, and we're continuing to monitor the numbers, talk almost regularly with the county executive and the health authorities. And until that point in time, we are open. Our staff is here, those that aren't in quarantine, and in fact, you can schedule an appointment. We have a number of people that are scheduling appointments. We continue to have the drop boxes and other means available to get information in the Town Hall. I hope that you have been able to remain safe and well during this recent extended 4-day snowstorm. I just want to take the time at this point to specially thank Mike Sheehan, our highway superintendent, and his team of highway department staff, for the outstanding job that they did in keeping roads passable, open, and safe. We have, as far as roads go, over 100 miles of roads. Effectively, though, in a snowstorm, they have to plow about once every 3 hours. About 200 miles of road, and then in a storm like this, you can only imagine the multiple times that they had to plow the road. So a huge job in keeping the town roads and streets safe for all of us to travel, and especially our first responders. Each day, turning to the more sad part, is each day Sandra and I and others in Town Hall, but especially my executive assistant and myself, we spend a lot of time addressing concerns of our residents, but most importantly, our seniors. And we hear in many, many voices fear and trepidation by especially our more seniors about not being able to get a vaccination. And this is a very heartbreaking experience that we go through. Although my wife and I are in the 1B category, we still haven't received the vaccination. And of course, I have not taken any efforts to try to get ahead of the line. That's just not fair. And we will continue to do what we can to get in line. This morning, because of this, I'm going to be discussing with our staff, and I've already consulted with some of our board members and gotten the approval to initiate some new series of events and activities with respect to our seniors, and particularly in getting vaccination. I still need to work out the details of that in a short while, but stay tuned to our social media channels, town website, for further information of what we will be doing. Shifting topics from the COVID situation, which we are trying to do our best as a town. We do have no say or control over COVID vaccinations, although we're going to try to help the best that we can. It's like school taxes. We have absolutely no say over those, but we try to influence where we can. But that being said, shortly, I hope to finish it next week, I will be presenting my State of the Town report. It's really a progress report to each and every one of you. I can say that with strong nonpartisan support in 2020, which I hope will continue in 2021, we can proudly point to many, many accomplishments for and throughout our community. I hope to finalize this in the next week, as I mentioned. But in the months ahead, it's very important at the local grassroots democracy level for us to always put politics aside. That gets our Congress bogged down, but so far in a nonpartisan approach, we have not gotten bogged down and continue to be able to provide our services to our residents. One of the things I want to remind you all, and to those of you who come by Town Hall, you can pick it up. We're putting it outside. This is our town guide. And also a number of residents have requested that we send this to them. So if you have an interest in receiving it in the mail, this is 96 pages of great useful information. And so please contact my office or contact Joey Cavaccini, who ends up doing a lot of our, most of our, in fact, social media information. Also, I have put out, what is called the Winter 2021 newsletter. This is summarizing a lot of, good information, including key contacts, for the year. This is available, and we'll be putting it out at other, locations throughout the town. Again, this newsletter is available for all, to have. And as I mentioned, just like the town guide, has a lot of useful information in that. As we look at the past year, I'm very proud of the accomplishments of Team Wappinger. And this is a team that includes our Deputy Supervisor, Kevin Hawthorne, our staff, our various elected officials, the town board, town planning board, zoning board of appeals, and the Board of Assessment Review, and of course our several committees, such as Arts and Culture and our Veterans Committee that is also headed up by our Deputy Supervisor. And I think that those activities have been growing. I welcome volunteers. We look forward to seeing many more volunteers for these and other programs. Special thanks in reviewing the past year to our first responders. We have 3 fire companies here in the town. There's the Sheriff's Department, and the Sheriff's deputies perform our police work for the most part, along with the state police that is housed in the Emergency Services building right over to the west of this office. And also our ambulance service, MSTAR, which is a dedicated 24/7 service here within the town. Unlike most other communities, we do provide this for our residents. Our 2020 accomplishments came in spite of COVID-19, and we were able to take care of a lot of things, including, unfortunately, we had repeated occasions sending out note cards recognizing families who have lost people, unfortunately, dear friends, dear relatives, to the COVID virus, and we continue to express our deepest condolences and sympathies to our residents. Fortunately, during the year of 2020, we maintained virtually uninterrupted all of our town services. This was during the initial lockdown as well as subsequently, and as I've said before, since our reopening to the public in June, through the end of December last year. We had approximately 11,500 residents and businesses that came here and visited us in Town Hall. While we were able to provide those services live, we did have to shut down temporarily, as I've mentioned during the last few weeks, but we've been able to do these services, including during a shutdown, thanks to a number of activities that we had undertaken with a little bit of foresight and a little bit of luck previously. Another unforeseen benefit of COVID has been a significant influx of new families, new residents to our town. This you will notice, I think, once the nice weather comes, new visitors, new people within your community. So please reach out to them. Show them the warmth that this community, Wappinger, is most famous for. And additionally, we have benefited and has enabled us to do other things within our budget by the fact that due to this great influx and turnover of houses, we had a surplus, $456,000, in fact, over budget in our revenues due to the mortgage tax receipts that we get in part from the county. So this has helped to further enhance our strong fiscal stability, and that we were able to ensure during the coming year. And as you all know, we actually ended the year in a much stronger financial position than we had anticipated earlier in the year. A part of it's attributable, of course, to a conservative budget that we established in 2019, but we also initiated a number of activities, new programs, discipline that reduced costs and expenses overall. In fact, I think we brought to Town Hall a new level of professional experience, fiscal management here. Our 2020 budget held down taxes in the town, actually lower than almost any other municipality in the area. In fact, lower than any other municipality. And our 2021 budget, which we're now working under, had a zero tax increase throughout the town and the village that we are responsible for, all the while continuing our services. The total debt outstanding has gone down from $23,455,000 as of December 31st, 2017, to year ending December 31st, 2020 of $22,350,000. And that reduction happened in spite of borrowing for a number of projects, including our road improvements, HVAC improvements here in Town Hall, the rebuilding, the gutting rebuilding of the emergency services building next door, Tall Trees water supply, which started earlier, and then new highway equipment. So, making good progress for each of you here in the town. Still not to say there aren't challenges that lie ahead, but we do have a very proactive way for addressing it. So I would like to just close and say, until we're able to meet soon, please remember, to wear your own masks, and if you're outside and in crowds, perhaps try a double mask to address the more what they call virulent, sticky COVID strains. Observe the proper social distancing and etiquette. Wash your hands regularly. Make sure you also use sanitizer, certified sanitizer liquid that uses ethyl alcohol or some other ingredients, but not more dangerous alcohols like methanol. So read your labels carefully, or read the websites if you're not sure. Take your temperature regularly. So please continue to stay safe, remain well. If you have any issues, concerns, please give us a call. We're manning our phones, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care and stay safe, remain well. Thank you.